Rick, could you go over some common misconceptions that a lot of people have with FCI and CUI?
Sure. One of them would be FCI and CUI are the same things. Well, no, they are not. They're similar. Keep in mind the FCI has 17 of the 110 controls that apply to CUI. So there are similarities between the two of them, but there are differences as well. So no, they're not the same thing. They're different, but they're related to one another. So that would be one of the misconceptions, if you would. Another one would be that all FCI and CUI are classified. Once again, no, they are not classified. They're unclassified information. It means that you have to protect that information. It's not for public consumption, if you will. It is a lesser stringent controls over them than it would be for classified. But once again, they are not classified. They're unclassified documentation that once again needs to be protected, needs to be controlled, identified who has access, who doesn't have access, and so forth. Another misconception would be only government contractors need to comply with FCI and CUI requirements. Once again, that's kind of an ambiguous question. The reality of it is, no, not just the contractors, but think about the employees themselves need to know how to handle CUI and FCI. They need to know what kind of documents they're looking at, what kind of documents they're handling. They need to know that they're not supposed to be sharing that information or even putting that information on, out in the internet somehow. Once again, there are certain requirements that employees need to be made aware of. Another one is compliance with FCI and CUI is optional. I can meet those requirements or I don't have to. Nobody's looking over my shoulder. That's a huge misconception. Today, it is on the books. It's been on the books since 2017 that it is a mandate. It is a requirement passed down by the federal government that anybody that handles FCI or CUI must be compliant to the requirements. And if you are not compliant, it would jeopardize your ability to get contracts. Those contracts might be pulled from you. And once again, it was mentioned there's a flow down. So a contractor is supposed to have the same meet the same requirements as a contractor or the prime is. So a subcontractor could cause a contractor to lose their certification by not being compliant to the regulations here. The last one example would be FCI and CUI only apply to information stored on computer systems. Once again, that's not true. It can be a hard copy. It can be in printed format. That has to be protected. You need to define who has access to that hard copy. And then when it is done being utilized, either it has to be securely filed away under lock and key, if you will, or destroyed. So you have paper copy, hard copies, if you will, that go beyond just that stored on computer systems.
Thank you for watching this video to the end. This is part of a longer series on DFARS, NIST, and CMMC compliance produced by Core Business Solutions. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video with a thumbs up, and click the bell to get notified when we drop a new video. Also, we'd appreciate it if you would share this video with your colleagues who need to stay up to speed on DFARS, NIST, and CMMC. Thank you, and we'll see you again in the next video.